What's up guys? Today we are talking about core strength training for runners. I'm gonna give you a single arm plank, single arm downward dog challenge. It's gonna be a little different, but you're gonna like it. So guys, core strength training, it's a super popular topic with runners. We know we need to be strong somewhere here. We also know we wanna look good. We want those six-pack abs, but there's a lot going on underneath the hood with our running and our mechanics and our posture that if we do the right exercises, we can really connect these things together. And that's what we're talking about today. Now, a lot of times when we're running, actually all the time when we're running, we spend all of our time on one leg or the other. And every time I go from two-legged position to a one-legged position, I all of a sudden have to deal with being unilaterally loaded, which means being loaded up on one hip and one leg. What happens when I spend a long time here and I start to fatigue is that my hip starts to drop. And my hip doesn't just drop, it actually rotates down and to the side. When I rotate down and to the side, every bad thing with running and running injuries can be now open for discussion, from my knee caving in to issues with my IT band to problems with my hip, my calves, my feet, my ankles, you sort of name it, right? When the tide drops, everything is exposed. So we want to work on our core strength exercises that are actually going to prevent us from collapsing that way. And we're going to use our single arm plank to work on that. Now, the thing with the single arm plank is it's really going to focus on our shoulder and our upper body, which is also going to help us out a lot. When we run, we get tired, we go here. Notice that when I collapse, my shoulders rotate in, my elbows start to flare out, and now my arm swing starts to swing across my body. My rib cage starts to collapse. I can't breathe as well. For those of you guys who've been watching our videos for a while, you start to know that we talk about these issues all the time. So once again, we want our core strength to exaggerate some of those realities and give ourselves a little buffer so that we don't go into those ugly places. We're going to start with a regular plank. And what we're gonna really think about with our plank are two things. One, my belly and butt needs to be super, super tight and engaged all the way. And number two, I need to stabilize through my shoulders. And the way I'm gonna stabilize through my shoulders is spreading my fingers wide and screwing my hands into the ground. When I screw my hand into the ground, what that does, externally rotates the shoulder, brings these shoulder blades back together where I'm very strong and connected. So it's gonna look something like this. I'm here, I'm gonna actively screw my hands in, and notice when I do that, my armpit starts to actually rotate forward. That's what we're looking for. The next thing, I want to make sure that my butt is squeezed super tight. What that's going to do is help stabilize my legs, my hips, my pelvis, my low back. Everything is going to be dialed in. The way we're going to challenge the plank, because you guys are pretty good with planks, is actually by taking that arm away. So what this is going to look like, I'm going to start here just to kind of show you a little bit of an angle. My knuckles are going to be right underneath my hands. What I'm going to do is just shift a little weight into one side, and as I start to do that, I can start to take this arm up off the ground. Notice that if I shift too fast, my whole body wants to shift this direction. This is that collapse in the hip we talked about. So what I want to do, keep my hips square, keep my shoulders square, pick this arm up off the ground and see if I can bring this behind my back. And you notice I'm starting to shake a little bit because I'm working pretty hard to stabilize that position. The way we're gonna challenge this is actually by taking our shoulder through a little greater range of motion. And we're gonna start and end this plank in a downward dog position. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna screw my hands into the ground, feet are gonna be a little wider base of support. I'm gonna bring a hand behind, I'm gonna push back into a downward dog position. I'm gonna come forward for a 3-second count. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, push back. Come forward again, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, push back. I'm gonna work all the way up to 10. Once I've done the right arm, you know what we need to do? We need to wash, rinse, and repeat on that left arm. Get that same 10 by 3 second hold. If I can start to build up there, I'm really building some core strength that's really gonna connect for better running mechanics, so I can run longer with better technique without breaking down. Whew. Guys, that is it. If you liked this core strength training for runners video, go ahead and let us know. Hit that like button down below. You have any comments or questions on those single arm planks, how to modify them, any requests for future videos, hit us up in the comments. We always like to see that there. Lastly, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We got so many more videos on strength training, on running technique, on run workouts, on marathon training guidance, all at The Run Experience. Definitely check that out on YouTube. And we have a free gift for you because you've made it this far. If you want free strength training for runners, some videos that you can do at home and exercises you can do every week that'll make a huge difference, as well as some of our favorite go-to mobility injury prevention exercises, all you need to do to get it is click this link in the video. If you happen to be on your mobile device, there's an identical link down in the description. Click on either of those links. It's just gonna take you to a page where all you need to do is enter your name and your email, and we'll be able to send you that free strength and injury prevention training. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.